Obviously, you're Thomas Inghram. You're from Washington, PA, and you are considered, according to your Instagram bio, a Breadfan of ICJ. So if you want to explain that moniker.
Been a fan for a long time, and then one day during the beautiful pandemic that we had, I was at Waldameer, quiet day. I saw Jay, and I decided, you know what? I know that guy. I've seen his videos, and I wanted to walk up and meet him. So I did. And now here I am talking to him over 3 years later as one of my best friends. I just thought it was cool because I had never actually gotten something like that. Like when you're younger, you always watch these big YouTubers and stuff, and you were one of them for a couple, I'd say like about 2 years, maybe most before that. Or it was shortly, I first went to Waldameer in 2017, so it was probably shortly after that is when I discovered you, because it was after I first went there where I started watching that stuff. And I was just like, I had just never gotten that before, to see somebody in a place where I had seen them on YouTube, and I thought that was really cool to actually go up and meet somebody that I've watched. I met you and Alex together, and Alex is another great friend of mine as well. And it's just, you saw you that one time, and it was like, okay, it was cool meeting you, but I just didn't think that, the friendship would grow into the way it became throughout 2020. And then when I came back in 2021 from my visit and all, even getting some days where it's like Ravine Flyer 2 started to even get competitive and all that, it really became highlights coming out of the park, not just a fun average day. It became like a big high numbers and multiple rides, and that's where the real big go for records thing started for me. And then it just only continued into 2022. And then also whenever you hang out with some people, you make some new friendships. So in 2022, you introduced me to Luke Geiger, and him and I are still good buddies. I've seen him a couple times. And then, of course, our close friend group now that I met, one of them earlier this year, and the other two, I met all of them 2 months ago now. And it's like, you guys are without question my best friends. I think every now and then we just need a break. I really think that's all it is when we have a setback, we always manage to find a way to work around it. For example, when we did Kennywood, complete bust. Successful bust, but complete bust. So we had to come up with a backup plan on the fly, and that really did kind of stress us out for a minute, trying to figure out what we're doing, where we're doing it, how we're and all that. But we figured it out after, just sitting down and discussing for a few minutes. But every now and then I do think it's like when we're having a long day, we just kind of need a break and just to cool down and reboot. I think, talking to you guys about it, it definitely gives me another route to spew out whatever, because I would tell people down here, but at the same time, you guys are also close, and really, we as a collective work with each other to make sure we're all okay. And that's what I think is really good, is that we as a collective do our best for everyone else.
Yeah, ICJ, it's not really about the views or the fame or whatever. The thing that I've always loved about having a channel is the people.
The people that come along the way.
And I've met...
And even after the fact.
And I've met so many people throughout the years. Yeah, some are no longer in my life for various reasons, but there's people that have stuck with me. It's just, I look at it with pure bliss. It could start with you. It could start with someone else so.
There's definitely a lot behind the scenes that people don't see, and that's what makes it. That's what really makes it
And it could start as early as now.
Exactly.
Like, you could look back a year, 3 years, 5 years, and look back having a similar situation that Thomas may be in, that we are in.